welcome home. I'm Oddity ASMR, and it's good to see you. Today's a video. It sure is. So, if you saw, I think it was 2 videos ago, I uploaded a little thing of me journaling out my plans for the week. A little bare bones to-do list sort of thing that included but not limited to recording 3 videos, doing laundry, and making a gift for one of my friends. None of it got done. I had every intention of doing it, every single one. That's why I wrote it out. I was like, now that it's written down and in front of my face, I'll know and I'll do it. No. I don't ever claim to be superhuman or, propping up a false narrative of someone who's got it together. I don't. But I do have a reason, and that is because of this. You can probably hear it, and if you can't hear it, you probably read it in the title of the video. This past week, last week, I went to a concert, screamed my little baby lungs out, and that wasn't, that weakened my voice muscles, but it wasn't terrible. But then a massive storm blew through and brought down every single speck of pollen in the entire area. And I thought I wasn't that allergic to pollen. I knew I was allergic to grass. I can't even sit in it for very long before I start itching everywhere. But I thought that was it. Every other major kind of airborne natural allergen has never really affected me, except apparently for pollen. My car was covered in the stuff, and as soon as I noticed that, I started, sniffling and coughing and literally just having the worst sinus cold thing I've ever had in my life. I completely lost my voice. I was laid up for 2 days. My floor is still covered in tissues because I haven't been able to clean them up because I kept trying to throw them in the trash can and missing. Oops. But yeah, that is why none of that happened. Now, it's okay to not accomplish your to-do list for any number of reasons. You don't have to have, I was sick. Sometimes you just don't accomplish everything on your to-do list because you have a tough mental health day. Or perhaps some things on your to-do list took longer than you thought and you didn't have time to complete them all. Maybe you had no reason and things just didn't get done. Any of those is a valid reason. Being sick was just mine. And that's why you're getting a low effort ramble video. I say low effort, but that is a lie. Ramble videos are not low effort. They're some of my favorite videos to consume because it just feels like hanging out. And sometimes you just kind of need that company. And that's kind of what I try to exude in all of my videos. It's just keeping you company while you're working or trying to sleep or stuff like that. But my brain, a lot of times whenever I film a ramble video, tries to tell me that it's not really a video because it doesn't take a lot of effort. And while that does not apply to other ASMR artists, my brain is literally just telling me that because I have really bad imposter syndrome. Ramble videos are not really low effort, They're relatively easy to film because I could talk to myself for hours and be fine. They're not effort necessarily. It takes time to set up the filming equipment, to upload the video and audio files, to sync them up, to cut them down to where all the loud noises or stutters or anything that could be disruptive, you know, all of that is taken out of the file. It is, any ASMR video takes a certain level of effort, and sometimes my brain has a really hard time thinking that about myself. But I film them because I love them. Y'all seem to love them, which is great. Win-win situation. But I do have to make sure that I don't pigeonhole myself into only doing these types of videos. My very last video, the florist video, oh my gosh, there were so many issues going into that video. It was ridiculous. I lost so much footage for reasons completely unknown to me. I have no idea what happened, but I lost over half of my audio, and I don't know how. I have no idea. So I had to go in and Foley it pretty much in voiceover, which is really tough. It was really tough. And I was doing it all while I was like, oh, my nose hurts. But regardless, I'm really proud of how it came out, and it really made me kind of want to do more cinematic style ASMR videos where, you know, it takes different angles and different lighting setups and things like that. Things that feel a little bit more like a little short film, because that involves a lot of things that I'm really interested in. I really like to try to combine multiple hobbies into the same time period, like doing multiple hobbies at once. So making a video out of painting, or, you know, watching a movie while I am journaling, or like stuff like that. Things where I can kind of multitask, because I have so many interests and so many things that I want to do and so little freaking time. But doing cinematic style role plays like that is a really good way to combine a lot of those, because I really like I like finding different angles. I like filmmaking in that sense, even though I haven't been doing it for very long. You know, I had never edited a video before I started making ASMR content. I have a background in photography, that's so pretentious. I did photography as a hobby in high school, and I still do it to this day, but, you know, so I know my way around a camera, I know my way around a tripod. I have a very, very basic understanding of film editing, very basic. So I have a little bit of prior knowledge, but not very much. And especially when it comes to making ASMR content, I have never done that in my life. This is my first venture into that. I've been watching ASMR content for years and years and years, but that doesn't really prepare you for every single aspect of ASMR creation. I did the thing where I deviate so far from the point that I forgot what it was. I don't know. I think I was talking about not wanting to pigeonhole myself into only this kind of content. I think. Yeah. The only thing is this is the simplest content to create, because it doesn't require any kind of script. It doesn't require any kind of moving around of the camera. It doesn't require a specific environment or props or anything like that. All I need to do is set up my filming stuff, put on some earrings if I feel like it, makeup if I want to, and sit down and just talk, which is awesome because I love hearing myself talk. I think I'm the funniest person on the planet. And sometimes, you know, that's all content I have space for, which is okay. You gotta learn to give yourself the space and the grace to do the bare minimum sometimes. Because it gives me the chance to create something and put it together and put it up. But me and, you know, a lot of other ASMR creators, we just don't have a lot of time all the time. It is absolutely incredible, I think, ASMRtists who are able to put up, you know, 3 or 4 videos a week. It's crazy to me. Or consistently put up role plays that require a lot of preparation and planning, like Goodnight Moon, Moonlight Cottage, Atlas ASMR, all those kinds of creators. Big inspirations for me. And the kind of content that I want to get into creating at some point. But yeah, you know, for now, I think this is a great starting point. Yeah, everyone has to start somewhere, and this is the blessed place. This is the best place that I could start, and that's okay. Anyway, what else was I going to talk about? Not much. That's kind of the life update. There you have it. Oh, I remember. So, this was just a funny little story. I think is hilarious. So my favorite animal is a sloth. I don't know if I've talked about it at all, but I have 6 or 7 stuffed sloths, I think, at the moment, which isn't very many, actually. I thought I had more than that, but anyway, sloths are my absolute favorite animal. And my mom's coworker heard that, and she was like, I sketched out a bunch of sloths onto canvas for my kid's birthday so she and her friends could paint. Does your kid want one? You know, it's got a sloth on it. They love sloths. My mom was like, sure, they'd love that. which is true. Painting was my quarantine hobby, so I don't do it as much anymore, just because, again, I don't really have the time for it. But I was big on it, and now I'm like medium on it, where I really enjoy it. I just don't have all the time in the world for it anymore. But anyway, I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if it'll show up on camera with the lights, but you can kind of see it right here. Little sloth face. Eyes right here, little nose, smile. She just gave my mother a canvas with a sloth on it, and now I have a canvas with a sloth on it. And she gave me I think like 6 tubes of paint, which I don't need. I have so much already, and a bunch of paintbrushes, which I actually already owned. So now I have like duplicate copies of them because I got them at Walmart or something. Not super cheap, but who knows? Maybe pretty soon you'll see a paint a sloth with me video. I mean, maybe not, because I already have a paint with me video filmed. I just have to do the audio for it. I have to do the voiceover. But who knows? I'll probably do a couple of those because I really like I said before, I like combining hobbies. I like doing multiples of things at the same time. Another video you may see soon is cut my hair with me. I got a lot of compliments on my hair, which is very sweet, very nice, but it is so long. It's so long. I put up the top half of my hair, so you can only kind of see the back of it. It's got, whenever it's down, it's kind of like shag mullet-ish, a little longer than that, and I have really thick hair, so rather than go straight down, it swoops back. But because the shorter half is up, it just looks like I've got like a really long haircut. It's down to my shoulders, which is crazy. I haven't had hair down to my shoulders since, the longest I've ever had it was down to like the middle of my rib cage, and that was in 8th grade. And then I cut off a foot of it, cut it all the way up to my chin, and it pretty much stayed like that for years it would get down maybe mid-neck before I'd chop it again up to my chin. I had a bob cut for the longest time. But this is probably the longest I've ever had it grown out. Ever. So who knows? I can't deal with it down here much longer. I don't like the feeling of hair all the way down here on my neck. Ugh. It just kind of irks me whenever I realize that there's something touching my neck right there. I'm like, oh my god, please stop. Here, I'll take it down a little bit. It's gonna look weird, so no judgment. So there you have it. As you can see, it is short up here, and then I have like kind of bangs, and then it, like I said, it kind of swoops back over here and comes down and kind of fades into the mullet. I've cut it myself for 3 or 4 years now, so I'm no stranger to it. Anyway, we're gonna put that right back up because she's a little funky today. But now it kind of looks like I just have this like lump on my head. Little unicorn over. And with the lights, it just looks like I just have like a really weird little pinhead thing going on. It only looks a little weird now. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what? I say that as like a cop-out after everything. Oh, I don't know how to end a tangent. Who knows? But this should be the end of my tangent. My voice has already, been out. And now I think I've kind of used up the last of my reserves. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey. Thanks for watching, etc. Just as a side note, I think I was like, 100 subscriber special coming soon. But I think now I'm up to 500 subscribers and I haven't even started filming because I've been sick. So 100 subscriber special coming at some point, and it'll also be for 500 subscribers and probably 1,000 subscribers, because honestly, who knows whenever I'm gonna get it filmed. I don't. If you do, let me know. But anyhow, thank you so much for being here, for watching all of this, for enjoying spending some time with me, or not enjoying spending some time with me. I mean, maybe you just spent time with me and you just hated every second of it. I don't know why you do that, but if you did, thanks for the watch time. I don't know. Okay, we're good. I need to cut this off. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good day or a good night, and remember, you are always, always, always